Ever hear someone mention a googly, or maybe a century, and you just nod along, completely lost?
Happens all the time. Cricket's one of those sports, isn't it? Hugely popular globally, but yeah, can seem baffling.
Totally. So today, we're tackling that head on. We actually got a request, pretty much just explain cricket to the world.
A noble mission.
Right. So that's what this deep dive is. We're aiming to give you a, clear, concise rundown, your fast track to getting what it's all about.
And it's worth getting, I think. It's fascinating how a game that seems so well structured can generate such incredible drama.
Yeah, that rhythm you mentioned. It's a kind of unique, slow burn, then suddenly explosive action.
Precisely.
Okay, so basics. You've got two teams, right? Bats, a ball. Pretty standard stuff there.
Yep. One team bats first, tries to score as many runs as possible.
While the other team is out there bowling the ball and fielding, trying to get the batters out.
Exactly. It has that core idea, maybe like baseball, but the mechanics are, well, quite different.
How so? Innings work differently.
Yeah, very differently. In cricket, the batting team keeps going until usually 10 of their players get out, or sometimes until a set number of overs are bowled.
Overs. Okay, what's an over?
Simple enough. It's just 6 consecutive balls bowled by one bowler from one end of the pitch.
6 balls. Got it. And that structure, it means games can go on for a while, right? And scores can get really high.
Oh, absolutely. Depending on the format, matches can last hours or even up to 5 days for test matches.
Wow. Okay. So getting batters out, that's key for the fielding team. How do they do that? This is where the weird terms come in, I bet.
Some of them, yeah. The most straightforward way. The bowler hits the wickets behind the batter with the ball. Those 3 wooden sticks.
Bowled them. Okay. What else? Catching the ball. If the batter hits it and a fielder catches it before it bounces, that's out.
Standard enough. Any others?
Then there's LBW, leg before wicket.
Ah, yes. The infamous LBW. Explain that simply.
Hmm.
Basically, if the ball hits the batter's leg, not their bat, and the umpire judges, it would have gone on to hit the wickets if the leg hadn't been in the way.
So a bit of a judgment call sometimes.
It can be, yeah. It adds that layer of, umpire decision-making and appeals.
Interesting. Why so many ways to get out, though?
Strategy, really. Each dismissal tests different skills. Bowling someone out is about the bowler's accuracy. A catch rewards good fielding, teamwork.
Makes sense. Okay, scoring runs. The batters want runs. How?
2 main ways. They hit the ball and then physically run back and forth between the 2 sets of wickets at each end of the pitch. Each completed run between them is 1 run scored.
Okay, running between the wickets.
Or you can hit the ball all the way to the edge of the field, the boundary.
Ah, the big hits.
Exactly. If the ball hits the ground before crossing the boundary rope, that's 4 runs, automatically.
Nice. And if it clears the rope on the full, without bouncing.
That's the big one, 6 runs. Maximum score off 1 hit.
So you can see how scores could rack up quickly with a few boundaries.
Definitely. And this creates that ebb and flow we talked about. Sometimes batters play cautiously, just accumulating single runs, building a foundation.
And other times they go for the big shots, or trying to score fast.
Precisely. Maybe the required run rate is high, or they just feel confident. Meanwhile, the fielding captain is constantly changing bowlers, adjusting the field placings, trying everything to stop runs and take those wickets.
It sounds like a real mental battle then, not just physical.
Hugely. Patience, strategy, reading the game, knowing when to defend and when to attack. It plays out over long periods.
So the key takeaway for someone new to this, what should they remember?
I'd say it's a contest of skill and strategy disguised as a simple bat and ball game. It rewards patience but thrives on those moments of sudden, brilliant action.
And it's not just about hitting hard or bowling fast. There's a lot of thinking involved.
Absolutely. And different formats of the game emphasize different aspects. You have the super fast T20 games done in a few hours, focusing on explosive batting and quick wickets.
Right, versus the long test matches you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. Test cricket is the traditional form, played over days. It's a much deeper test of endurance, technique, and sustained strategic thinking. But the core skills, batting, bowling, fielding, they remain fundamental across all formats.
So wrapping up, cricket. Might seem complex, maybe has some quirky rules, but underneath, it's that fundamental contest. Bat versus ball, attack versus defense.
Played out with its own unique flavor and traditions.
And it has this massive global following for a reason. Hopefully this quick dive helped demystify it a bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe think about this. Why does a sport that might seem complex to you now capture the hearts of so many millions across such different cultures? There must be something pretty compelling there,
It's
right?
definitely something worth pondering. Maybe understanding the basics is just the start.